What's up, everyone? Noga here, and SummerSlam Night 2 was absolutely wild. If you thought Night 1 was big, you haven't seen anything yet. Tonight, we saw titles defended, legends return, and moments that'll be talked about for years. I'm breaking down every match, every shock, and every victory that shook WE to its core. This isn't just a recap, it's a celebration of the greatest spectacle in sports entertainment. Let's relive the epic conclusion to SummerSlam 2025. Let's go! The night kicked off in spectacular fashion as Naomi made her entrance, defending her SmackDown Women's Championship under a cascade of glowing lights. The anticipation in the air was electric, and you could feel the excitement building with every step she took toward the ring. The energy was unreal. Fans of all ages were on their feet, waving glow sticks and chanting Naomi's name. The arena was transformed into a sea of neon, and the crowd's enthusiasm set the perfect stage for a championship showdown. Naomi owned the moment, radiating confidence and charisma as she soaked in the cheers. The green glow wasn't just for show, it was a symbol of her unique style and the connection she shares with her fans. But her challenger wasn't intimidated. Coming in with a clear strategy, the challenger targeted Naomi's leg, looking to slow her down and take away her explosive offense. Every move was calculated, trying to ground the champion and keep her from building momentum. For a while, it worked. Naomi was clearly in pain, her movement limited as she struggled to shake off the relentless attacks. But she refused to give in, drawing strength from the crowd's unwavering support and their chants echoing through the arena. Suddenly, Naomi found her opening. With a burst of adrenaline, she exploded with a flurry of rapid-fire kicks, each one landing with precision and force. The momentum shifted in an instant, and the crowd erupted as Naomi began to turn the tide. She soared through the air with a springboard crossbody, showcasing her incredible athleticism. Then, with lightning-fast reflexes, she dodged a high-risk move from her opponent, proving she was always one step ahead. That was the opening Naomi needed. She executed a picture-perfect sunset flip powerbomb, nearly securing the win as the referee's hand came down for the count. The challenger barely kicked out at 2.5, keeping the match alive and the tension sky-high. But Naomi wasn't finished. She rallied, feeding off the energy of the crowd, and nailed her signature rear-view finisher. The audience counted along, 1, 2, 3, and just like that, Naomi retained her championship in dramatic fashion. She stood tall in the center of the ring, battered but beaming, holding her title high above her head. The glow was brighter than ever, a testament to her resilience and fighting spirit. This match was a true showcase of resilience, heart, and world-class athleticism. Naomi set the bar for the night, reminding everyone why she's at the top of her game. Naomi proved that "Feel the Glow" isn't just a catchphrase, it's a champion's mentality, a way of life that inspires everyone watching. The women's division is on fire, and with Naomi leading the way, the future looks brighter than ever. What a start to an unforgettable night. Next up, Becky Lynch defended her Women's World Championship against Lyra Valkyria in a battle of Irish pride. Lyra came in fierce, not intimidated, and the match was a scrap from the start. Both women traded hard shots, with Lyra landing a spinning heel kick that stunned Becky. Becky's experience showed. She targeted Lyra's arm, setting up for the disarm her. The fight spilled outside, both using the environment to their advantage. Back in the ring, Lyra nearly stole it with a Northern Lights suplex, then went for a frog splash. Becky got her knees up, turning the tide. She locked in the disarm her, wrenching Lyra's arm in the center of the ring. Lyra fought, clawed, but Becky grapevined the legs. Nowhere to go. Lyra tapped out, Becky retained. The crowd erupted for both warriors, but the man stood tall. Respect was shown, but Becky proved why she's still on top. 2 epic women's title matches, 2 incredible champions. The women's division just keeps raising the bar. What a war. The United States Championship was on the line in a brutal family affair. Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu inside a steel cage. This wasn't just a match, it was a collision of legacies. A battle where family ties became chains, and the only escape was through pain. Solo, cold and calculated, faced Fatu's wild, unpredictable energy. The contrast was electric. One man's icy composure against another's raw, untamed fury. This was about more than gold. It was about bloodline pride. Every glare, every gesture, every move in that ring was a message to their ancestors and to the world. The bell barely rang before they collided, trading vicious strikes and using the cage as a weapon. The steel wasn't just a boundary, it was a third opponent, unforgiving and cold. Fatu took early control, unleashing a storm of offense, but Solo's resilience shone through as he turned the tide, slamming Fatu into the steel with a thunderous crash that echoed through the arena. Both men bled, battered, and refused to stay down. Each time one fell, the other dragged him back up, driven by pride and the need to prove who truly ruled the bloodline. Fatu hit a jaw-dropping double-jump moonsault. Everyone thought it was over, but Solo kicked out at the last possible second. The crowd erupted, disbelief and excitement mixing in the air. That hesitation cost Fatu dearly. Solo struck with a devastating Samoan spike, then climbed the ropes for a crushing Samoan splash. The impact shook the ring, leaving no doubt about his intentions. 1, 2, 3. Solo retained in a war of attrition. Both men lay broken, but only one could rise as champion. No celebration, just a cold, unblinking stare as he held his title high. The message was clear. Dominance isn't about joy, it's about survival. The Bloodline's enforcer proved his dominance in one of the most brutal cage matches in recent memory. The scars on his body were badges of honor, proof of his unbreakable will. Family, pride, and violence. This was a statement. The world watched as the Bloodline's legacy was written in sweat and blood. The United States Championship has never felt more important. It's more than a title. It's a symbol of supremacy, of sacrifice, of what it means to be at the top. Solo Sikoa is still the man to beat. His reign continues, and every challenger now knows the price of stepping into his cage. The crowd was left in awe, stunned by the sheer brutality and heart on display. What a fight! The carnage was real, and the legend of the tribal cage of carnage has only just begun. Next, Dirty Dominic Mysterio defended the Intercontinental Championship against AJ Styles. The crowd was ruthless, booing Dom out of the building, while AJ got a hero's welcome. AJ schooled Dom early, out-wrestling him at every turn. But Dom's cunning showed. He waited for a mistake, ducked a phenomenal forearm, and took control with dirty tactics. He choked AJ, used the ropes, and mocked the crowd with the Three Amigos. AJ fought back, hitting his signature moves and setting up for the Styles clash. But Judgment Day's Finn Balor and JD McDonough distracted the ref. Dom hit a low blow, then a frog splash. The ref turned, counted, 1, 2, 3. Dom stole the win, retaining his title with help from his crew. The boos were deafening, but Dom celebrated, proving he's a champion by any means necessary. AJ was left stunned, the crowd furious. Dirty tactics, but effective. Dom does it again. It was finally main event time, the moment everyone had been waiting for. The undisputed WWE Championship was on the line, and the stakes couldn't have been higher. Cody Rhodes, the defending champion, was set to face the legendary John Cena in a brutal street fight, a match with no rules and no limits. John Cena made his entrance to a thunderous mix of cheers and boos, the energy in the arena absolutely electric. With every step, Cena looked laser-focused, determined to make history by capturing his record-breaking 17th world title. The crowd's reaction was split, some desperate to see him win, others hoping for his defeat. Then came Cody Rhodes. His entrance was nothing short of spectacular. The crowd erupted, singing along to his theme as he rose onto the stage, soaking in the moment. Cody was fighting not just for the championship, but for his family's legacy, and you could feel the weight of that history in the air. The bell rang, and instantly chaos erupted. This wasn't a wrestling match. It was a war. No rules, no disqualifications, just pure, unfiltered brawling. The tension was palpable as both men unleashed everything they had. They battled everywhere, inside the ring, out on the floor, and even into the sea of fans. Chairs, kendo sticks, and anything they could get their hands on became weapons. The sound of steel on flesh echoed through the arena, each shot drawing gasps from the crowd. Cena used his power and experience, hitting his signature moves and taunting Cody at every turn. He seemed unstoppable at times, using his strength to dominate the early moments of the fight, trying to break Cody's spirit. But Cody refused to quit. He fought back with pure heart, enduring brutal punishment but always finding a way to rise. Every time Cena knocked him down, Cody got back up, fueled by the crowd's support and his own determination. Cody unleashed a disaster kick that rocked Cena, then followed up with a Cody cutter on the unforgiving concrete floor. The impact was sickening, but Cody kept coming, refusing to let pain slow him down. Both men survived each other's finishers, Cena's attitude adjustment, Cody's crossroads. Each time, the other kicked out at the last possible second, leaving the crowd in absolute disbelief. The drama was off the charts, every near fall more dramatic than the last. The turning point came when Cena, desperate, tried to use the championship belt as a weapon, but Cody ducked, countered, and hit not one, not two, but 3 consecutive crossroads. The crowd counted along, 1, 2, 3. The arena exploded. Cody Rhodes had done it. He retained his title in an epic, hard-fought war that pushed both men to their absolute limits. The stadium erupted in celebration as Cody, tears streaming down his face, clutched the WWE Championship. Pyrotechnics lit up the night, and the crowd roared in approval, witnessing a moment that would be remembered for years. Cody stood tall, holding the title high above his head. He had finished his story, cementing his place at the very top of the wrestling world and honoring his family's legacy. In a true show of sportsmanship, Cena raised Cody's hand, acknowledging the new era. It was a powerful passing of the torch, a moment of mutual respect between two icons. The emotion in the ring was overwhelming. Both men were exhausted, battered, but proud. It was an unforgettable main event that left everyone in awe. The crowd was left breathless, buzzing with excitement and disbelief at what they had just witnessed. Cody Rhodes stood in the center of the ring, still the champion, his journey reaching its triumphant peak. The story seemed complete, a perfect ending to a legendary night. Or so it appeared. But as the SummerSlam logo flashed and the crowd began to settle, there was a sense of anticipation in the air. The night wasn't over yet. SummerSlam had one more shock in store. The story was about to take another wild turn. Get ready. As Cody celebrated, the arena was rocked by Brock Lesnar's music. The Beast incarnate stormed out, not in wrestling gear, but looking ready for a fight. The crowd was stunned. Lesnar was back. He ignored Cody, eyes locked on John Cena, who was limping up the ramp. Lesnar entered the ring, called Cena back, and the battered legend obliged. Lesnar unleashed a brutal assault, German suplexes, then a monstrous F5. Cena was left motionless, the crowd in shock. Lesnar picked up the undisputed WWE Championship, stared at Cody, then tossed the belt at his feet. No words needed. The message was clear. The Beast is back, and he wants the gold. SummerSlam ended with Lesnar standing tall over Cena, Cody looking on in disbelief. The landscape had changed in an instant. The celebration turned to chaos. Lesnar's return sent shockwaves through WWE. The future just got a lot more dangerous. What happens next? And that's how SummerSlam Night 2 ended. Utter chaos, unforgettable moments. Naomi, Becky, Solo, Dom, Cody, all delivered. But Lesnar's return changed everything. The image of Lesnar over Cena, staring down Cody, is burned into our minds. What's next for Cody? For Cena? For WWE? Let me know your favorite moment in the comments. Hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell for all the fallout from the wildest SummerSlam ever. Thanks for watching and reliving this insane night with me. Until next time, stay phenomenal.